The site is essentially known as an environmental justice site, and what that means is that the people that live in South Park and Georgetown carry a disproportionate burden, both physically, emotionally, and socially, of that cleanup and living on that toxic site than anybody else does in the region.
Noah is a federal trustee for coastal and marine resources, and we're talking about natural resources. We're including marine mammals, fish that live in a marine environment and also a coastal environment, anadromous fish such as salmon who transit back and forth between fresh and saltwater environment, and all their associated habitats, and also what they feed on. You have a couple different sources of contamination into either surface water that can run into storm drains, and you've got 2 outfalls at the site, so that runs out into the waterway. You can have contamination sources as far as waste materials that were left on site, or leaking storage tanks that were underground or above ground, and those can percolate down into the groundwater underneath the site, and eventually groundwater moves towards the waterway. The last source is that we think about are just direct erosion from the site into the waterway. We know that there is waste materials and other materials related to the site that were deposited along the bank on the site, and just through natural erosion you've got the slumping of contaminated material into the waterway. Contaminants that don't break down, once they're ingested, then they can work their way up the food chain. So you've got contaminated invertebrates, you've got contaminated fish, the fish that could eat the invertebrates, then you've got marine mammals that are eating the fish, and you kind of go up the food chain for some of these contaminants that don't break down, and that's a real concern for NOAA.
My name is Roy Karoiwa. I'm the project coordinator, the project manager for the Terminal 117 Early Action Cleanup Site. It's a hotspot cleanup on the Lower Duwamish River. It's been in the sort of regulatory arena. It's been a cleanup site since 2001, and we've been working very closely with EPA, Department of Ecology, and a very large stakeholder group in putting together a cleanup design. The idea is that when we're done with the cleanup, there's multiple options for site use, ranging from existing industrial/commercial to down the road things like open space and potentially even habitat restoration.
The interesting thing and the unfortunate thing is that there's a residential neighborhood that lives right across the street. So right up to the fence line, PCBs were just found over the top. So in spite of what we've done to this river, it's working really hard and maintaining a certain degree of vibrancy and vitality. There's like a seed there. If we can just provide enough habitat and enough clean habitat, then we really can get a river back that's functional and has all the amenities that we like to see in the Pacific Northwest in terms of our rivers. Recreation, fishing, wildlife, scenery. We have a real opportunity there, and the river's working really hard to keep it.